Whoa, whoa, whoa. What up, people? Man, what's up, what's up, what's up, man? Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Jack Chicago's finest, man. Man, I was having a conversation with the wifey, man, talking about, you know, history of a brother, you know what I mean? And some of the trials and shit that, you know what I mean, set off that defined me to make me the person that I am today. Man, I'm gonna give y'all a little walk when expectations was zero, when you was looked at to, man, fell off the rip. But man, you came out unscathed on top and still got your right frame of mind, you heard? So man, you gonna get it all over. Survival, baby. Survival. It is all about survival. Cause it's all about survival. All about survival, man. What's up, people? What up, what up, what up? Man, appreciate you, appreciate you. Man, I'm about to, man, I was talking to the wifey this morning because yesterday I was having a conversation with a, you know what I mean, with a friend / associate, and you know what I mean, asked me for some advice on some stuff. And I gave some honest advice just from my experiences, and you know, the wife be like, damn, babe, it's a lot of people that really value your opinion and value your word on how you look at shit. I'm like, man, I think so, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I don't take that for granted. That's why I'll never try to give nobody no bad information or anything. But it had me thinking why I am the way I am today. It's like, man, and I tell everybody, a lot of people be trying to paint narratives, but really don't. I'm really who I portray myself to be on here. I really am who I say I am, and it's a reason for that. That's why I don't ever get on here and pretend that I'm anything that I'm not. Because man, my walk was definitely a lot different than most people's walk. And man, and I survived it. You know what I'm saying? I came out unscathed, still in my right frame of mind, got all my scruples together, my marble's still there. And man, I consider myself still sharp as a tack. But man, it was like zero expectations for me to still be here today. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, a bunch of adults, people in the authority figures, they dropped the ball. You know what I mean? On the kid, man, on the young kid out the shot. And man, they dropped the ball with me and a bunch of us. But I'm gonna talk about me. How it came up, it was like, man, somebody that I know, they were talking about some get their identification and all of that type of shit together. And I was telling them, you know, the route to take. And I told the wife, I said, damn, babe. I said, now, I left home at 14. I left my mom's crib at 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, man, I was just me and my bro. We just man, we left Chicago and went chasing, trying to find ourselves, right? But the flip side of that, I told my wife, I said, man, babe, I said, you know how old I was when I got my first state ID? She said, what, 17, 18? I'm like, nah, I was damn near 30. I was damn near 30 by the time I got my first state ID. She like, how the fuck is that? It's almost impossible to even fathom. And I've had every kind of job you can think of. I had bank accounts. I've been in every type of club, you name it. I've done it. I did it all, but I had zero identification. And when I came back from California, when I moved back to Chicago from California, I had started a gig. So I needed some ID. So I had to go, man, I had to take Mom Dukes with me. I had to go to the courthouse, get my birth certificate wrapped up. Cause mind you, I left at 14. I left as a shorty. I had no, you know what I'm saying? I had no papers or nothing on me. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. My mom went and got my birth certificate with me, and I'm like, man, I had to get a documentation from some school, anything. You know what I mean? Man, I see y'all in the chat, man. I appreciate everybody coming in, but I ain't ignoring you or nothing. This one is kind of serious. It's a serious one. You know what I mean? It's like, man, most people won't even understand it. Most people think it's a lie. And how I made it, man, it's all God, man, for real, for real. Now, we had to go to my old high school, Thornton Township High School on 150th and Center, Harvey, Illinois. Now, mind you, when I say my high school, I went part of the first semester. You know what I'm saying? I participated in part of the first semester. It was a bunch of different reasons why. I was a highly intelligent student, avid reader still then, like I am today. But it was like, man, my conditions growing up was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I had my dean. The dean at the time at the school was Mr. Jerzak. And mind you, my older brother had the same dean, and they had a little fisticuff, and my brother put some paws on him. So by the time I get there, this man got it out for me just because of my last name, right? So it's like, man, on top of that, I've been wearing glasses since I was 3 years old, right? I ain't had no fucking specs, nothing. So my vision was real bad. And this particular class that I was in, she did 90% of her work on the board. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I can't see shit. You know what I mean? And my last name starts with a U. So in her class goes in alphabetical order. So I'm the very last motherfucker in the back, far right-hand side corner. I can't see a fucking thing, right? And it's like, man, nobody in the adult figure paying attention to none of this. I just had to do shit like this. I would ball up a piece of paper, walk up to the trash can by the teacher's desk, throw the trash away, and memorize probably the next 5 or 10 questions on the board. That's how I did my work in these fucking classes. But nobody, they always thought I was being rebellious, being an asshole, send me to detention, they suspend me, all kind of shit, right? No adult figured out like, damn, something got to be going on with this shorty. You know what I'm saying? And man, it was just, they thought I was just being a rebellious asshole, just trying to do some shit, right? So I'm like, man, I got to a point, I'm like, man, it ain't working. You know what I mean? They keep, man, it wasn't lining up. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't lining up. So, man, me and my bro, it's my best friend, but that's my brother. he was going through some similar situations at the crib, and me and him locked in like, man, nigga, this us, man. I got your back, you got my back, and man, shit, we going to meet the world, nigga, and that's what we did. We was 14 going to 15 years old, and man, we 51 now. That's still my motherfucking right hand. I just tell everybody that was my soulmate. No faggot shit included. That was man. That was my right hand, man. We just slept in bandos together, all the way to the motherfucking Ritz-Carlton together. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. And it's like the shit was crazy. My mom had to take me to the high school to try to find some documentation so I can get an ID. Now, mind you, I only did part of the first semester. They like, you sure you went here? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, man, yeah, I know what the fuck high school I went to. I said, man, I went here long, but I went here. But you know, back then, it wasn't no computers and shit. So everything was handwritten. They couldn't find nothing in existence on me. And they like, man, there's no way you could have went here. It was just one old lady in the office. She said, hold on a second. She went down to like this little, like a little closet shit up in down by the gym. It was the old library shit that they had in boxes from back, you know, shit. This was 87. You know what I'm saying? She found my first schedule, my freshman year. It was only like 5 class. It was a partial schedule of my freshman year. She found it in some old boxes that they was just pretty much threw away. It was like, man, my mom's sitting there crying and shit. Cause it's like, man, there's no way this shit is in existence happening the way this shit happening. Should not have nobody ever truant officers, people in authority at the schools. How the fuck you let a 14-year-old just say, fuck it, roll out, Mom, Dukes, all of them, the whole family. And man, nobody come look for a nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's crazy, right? Almost seemed like this shit should not be real. And shit, so you know, I get the paper, I appreciate you, thank you. I said, man, I tell Mom Dukes, I said, man, ride by Rosa Parks, man. This was my middle school. Man, this was the last, it was the last set of teachers that really gave a fuck about some of the students that I claim. As soon as I walked in the office, Miss Lindsay. Miss Lindsay used to be my algebra teacher in 8th grade. She was the principal when I went back. As soon as I walk in, she looks, she say, bam, Jack. She come from behind the desk, she grabbed me and she just held me. She like, you know how many people I've asked about you? She said, what the fuck, where you been? She like, man, I've been asking about you for years. And she like, man, she said, look at you. She took my glasses off, she looked me in my eyes, she said, and you still there. You still who you was when you, I said, yeah, I said, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But it was shell shocking. Most people, they thought they didn't know what happened to me, but nobody came looking for a little shorty that was for real missing. You know what I'm saying? On some for real shit. But it's like, man, she grabbed my hand. She said, I got to take you to Miss Gardner. That was my social study teacher, man. This was, this lady, man, she was crazy about me, man. On some real shit. I almost slept with her ass when I was a shorty, but on some other shit. But she, Miss Lindsay took me there. So as soon as she opened the door, Miss Gardner just started bawling, man. She crying and shit. She was like, man, because it was shocking for him to see me. You know what I mean? See me I left as a kid. I come back as a full-grown man that's on my shit. You know what I'm saying? Where, man, I ain't one for nothing. And it fucked them up because they didn't know if I was penitentiary. They didn't know if I did. They didn't know if I was motherfucking one of them kids, man, that then got snatched the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They had no clue what happened to Jack. You know what I'm saying? Man, they walked me around the school to all the teachers and gym teachers and shit that was there. Man, it was like a rainforest or something. And my mom fucked up about it. She crying like crazy because she feeling as though it was a letdown on her behalf. And let me say this, man, I had a crib foundation set with Mom Dukes. I left on my own. You know what I'm saying? I left on my own. It was like, man, I had obstacles stacked against me. And I always had that mindset of, man, I can change my family dynamics and my family conditions. And that's what the fuck I did. And I was the baby boy. You know what I'm saying? Because my big brother and man, salute to them, but they wasn't on their shit. You know what I'm saying? I was I was the baby boy. But it was like, man, I felt like, man, I could do some shit and help Mom Dukes out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I rode with. And I left at 14, man. And I went around I went all the way around the fucking country, man. You know what I mean? Me and my best friend, my bro. Man, we 2 kids in the middle of, man, everywhere we been, it was nobody but me and him. We didn't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? So we started out in Baltimore first. Cause my man's mom, we did a little caper because we was just out there. And then his mom, she got remarried. He couldn't go there. So she shipped him to Baltimore with his sister and his father. So I'm left in Chicago at this time, man. I left Mom Duke's crib. I'm in Chicago. I'm just pillar the post. I'm in, man, you name it. Nigga, I'm in bandominiums and all kind of shit. But I would never tell nobody. I've never verbally admitted it or said it to anybody. My old wrestling coach, Clint, it fucked him up when he found out because I never verbalized it. You know what I'm saying? But then I talked to my best friend. About a year later, he said, "What's up, bro?" I said, "Man, niggas just out here, bro." He said, "Pops, man, Jack gotta come here, man." Like, man, Jack fucked up. Pops sent me a bus ticket that same day. I came to Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? And man, we probably stayed in Baltimore then probably about 6-7 years. That's when I had my kids and all that shit. I'm young. I'm a shorty, man. I'm a kid with 3 kids trying to figure shit out. You know what I'm saying? But then at that point, me and my bro, we finding ourselves. But once we got back together, it's like, man, we got back on the music, doing the music, taking care of our kids. You know what I mean? We made a commitment that the same way we was fucked up and motherfuckers just let some kids be out there to the wolves. That shit ain't ever happening with mines. I put my life on the line to make sure my shorty's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? All 3 of my girls went to college. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't finished the 8th grade. So salute to that real nigga shit. You heard? Like for real. So we was like, man, it was, and this is all true facts. And I'm bouncing back and forth because this is my life for real, for real. And it's like, man, it's a lot of dynamics. It's a lot of loopholes. It's a lot of changing parts and shit. But it's like, man, this is the reason I'm like I am today. Because of situations like this, I had to learn how to fend for self. I had to learn how to survive. It was me and my bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, we was on our own. When we left Baltimore, I went back to Chicago for a hot minute. It might have been 1991, 92. Somewhere around there, 91, 92. And I'm like, man, I'm in Chicago, but everything in Chicago wasn't lining up right. It was like, man, you still at the crib, but it's like, man, you just out here, you ain't at the crib. Ain't no attachments like motherfucking family is family. That's why, man, I tell everybody, blood don't make you fucking family. I got some motherfucking partners and some homegirls that, man, I'd ride or die and blow everything up off the roof for them because that's family for real, for real. And it's some of my bloodline, man, I wouldn't spit on their ass if they was on fire. You know what I'm saying? Being real. So it's like, man, I learned how to protect and love the people that protect and love you. Everybody that's supposed to be committed to a motherfucker ain't always committed for various reasons. Sometimes people don't even know how to commit to shit. Sometimes people never was even taught the dynamics of what family was supposed to be and shit. That's why, man, I salute Mom Dukes. And my Mom Dukes had a crazy ass walk, and she was trying to figure this shit out on her own the same way. Because, man, the dynamics of grandparents, they was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I broke the cycle. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that broke the cycle. That's why, man, I talked to my mom about everything to let her know, man, it wasn't you shit. I left. You know what I'm saying? She ain't never put me, Mom Dukes never put me out, none of that type of shit. She didn't understand it. But as time went on, I had to really break it down and explain it to her because, man, I really understand life. Life is a journey, man. It's hold on. Just what everybody talking about, it's chess. It's not checkers, man. Life is chess. It ain't fucking checkers, you know? And it's like, man, I learned how to maneuver and man, deal with people. And I've been around the fucking world and I've never been violated, me and my bro. We've never been taken advantage of. We've never been no sucker duck ass niggas, never been no rat bastards, never been no bitch made niggas. We always stood firm because it wasn't no playroom. We had no room for error. So we was shorties, But man, we had a mentality like some full-blown ass grown men. And we were doing grown men shit way before we was even supposed to. You know what I mean? It was like, man, we was trying to figure out how to open businesses and how to get this record, get this music shit going. And at the same time, still take care of these damn kids that we got, even though we kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, had to figure shit out, man, trial and error. You know what I mean? Trial and fucking error, man. Salute to my baby mama, man, because that crazy, she a crazy bitch, but she a solid one. You know what I'm saying? And we, man, the dynamics of it, we started growing apart because I'm starting to find myself now that I'm maturing as a man. I ain't the same little nigga that I was. We was 16, 17, just hot in the ass, cause you was a little red pretty motherfucker. Now, shit, you're a loud motherfucker. I don't like loud people. I can't stand a loud ass woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we grew apart. But man, I got these babies, man. Man, you just ain't, we don't mess. You start this shit as a kid, and you might be with somebody 12 years, 13 years, and now y'all in your 20s. Now y'all really don't even know each other because y'all never knew each other. Y'all was fucking babies with babies. You know what I'm saying? And y'all had to figure that shit out. So it's like, I moved back to Chicago for about, it might not even been a year, man, because me, my baby mama, my kids, we bouncing around, you know what I mean? Shit ain't stable. My nigga Frank Nitty was in California. He said, man, Yak, bring your ass up here, man. He said, man, you always spitting. I know you still got these rhymes. I said, yeah, nigga, I'm still one of them niggas. So I took me, my baby mom, my 3 kids, took a train from Chicago, Illinois, all the way to California. And man, it was, nigga, we sitting in them motherfucking coach seats where you ain't even got elbow room around this motherfucker. But it was like if I'm not mistaken, it almost took a week, 5 days to a week for this fucking trip. I had cheap tickets. But by the time I got to Cali, I had $20 in my pocket, man. I had $20 motherfucking in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, but my nigga Nitty was there, a childhood friend from Chicago. Him and his baby mama, they said, man, fuck that, Jack, y'all crash shit with us. My girl gonna show your girl all the shit that can happen, the system can help you with. Bam, they do that. Come on, nigga, man, we hitting the trenches. So I hit the block. You know what I'm saying? On top of, I'm going to every talent show, every record label. I'm spitting anybody that wanted to listen to rap, I gave their ass the business. Fast forward, give or take 2 weeks later, man, me and my kids, mom and my kids, 3-bedroom townhouse, fully furnished, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Chicago real ass nigga in the middle of Riverside, California. You know what I'm saying? By way of Pomona, California. And it's like, man, I got the foundation set where the kids is settled. You know what I mean? So now it's time for me to start throwing some bows around here. Man, jumping the line on some of this shit in the streets, jumping the line on some of this shit with the rap. And I got my first record deal not too far after that. You know what I'm saying? I met some solid bros, man. Monstyle Records, they still my niggas to this day. I can call them boys right now. They gonna come gun everything down for Jack, and vice versa. Still my niggas to this day. You know what I'm saying? I had a buddy named Solo, man. He was my next door neighbor. I was about to, it was BET Comedy Hour, some shit like that, but they had a record label like branched off on it. I was about to sign with these motherfuckers through my boy Nicky. Dude Solo say, man, Jack, before you do that, come meet these dudes. His son played softball with my son. Meet them first, but they got a label, whoop-de-whoop. I'm like, all right, man, I'll do that. When I met these bros, locked in that day, man, I was ready to sign that day, man, because, man, Big Roy and Goldfinger, the producers for the Ghetto Boys, mind playing tricks on me. That's who was the producers. And, man, these were some stomp down Riverside, California Crips that was millionaires of street pharmaceuticals, but had a record label going. So they said, man, we want to sign you. I said, man, but I ain't no solo artist, man. I got to get my bro, because my bro's still in Baltimore, mind you. Called my nigga up, man, bro, let's go. And this how, man, a bunch of women in our life, and the man, They felt like we said fuck them, but it was never fuck them. It was, man, we was always trying to make something happen to make sure, even though we ain't gonna be there, you motherfuckers good. So it was like, man, my man, on my album, the song Cali, man, he tell the whole story. Baltimore to Riverside, popping noodles all the way. I was so excited, drove the whole trip in 3 days. A young papa making the way for my little boppers. Baby mama pregnant. Number 3, I can't stop her. Gotta take my shot, baby, I got to go. Tears in the eyes as I roll away, peeking out the window. I know this sound cold. Them dice, they got rolled. Can't send my girls to college off no McDonald's. Working open the clothes, it just wasn't for me. My lyrics was too nice, my flow was too mean. Man, it wasn't my brain, had to feed my family. The thrill of it all, no one can handle me. I'm leaving, I'm going back to Cali. Real nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? So I got the whole song telling this whole story. So my bro come, man, we started making, we always rapped, but that was when we learned how to make real songs and shit. We learned how to produce. We learned how to, man, you know what I'm saying? Really became real artists. We weren't just no niggas rapping. We became real artists then. And it's like, man, by this time, we in full blown, I'm Jack. You know what I'm saying? By this time, I done found myself. I ain't that same nervous kid that wrote the bifocals and shit that just kept his head down and, you know, made just, you know, stayed out the way. That nigga was, that's like, the crazy part is my nickname, my family called me Dead. But I'm like, man, I had to explain to him, like, that dude been gone a long time. That dude don't even exist no more. And they couldn't understand the severity of that shit. It's like, man, the kid that left, I had to bury that little fucker. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'd have hung on to him, I'd probably be somewhere motherfucking licking on somebody motherfucking wall in a straitjacket right now. For real. I had to let that tender kid with scars, I had to let that nigga go. So I could, man, make it for these 3 girls. So I could make it in the, man. I'm in other people's towns where I don't know nobody. So I gotta stand firm. I gotta be able to look a nigga eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? On anything I'm talking about. You know what I mean? And stand it, man, always, man, I'm gonna base up on these, man, we stood, man, I had to. It was like, man, my bro, he was kind of like, he was the strategic one. He had that, here sit down and write out shit how we need to do shit strategically. I was always the one that, man, I would go to the bottom wherever we go at in the hood. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rub bows with the niggas that's supposed to be them niggas. And man, and make sure I keep their ass at arm's length with a whole bunch of respect, but they ain't come fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? So we played our position. And it was like, man, and in the process of that, we wasn't never no dumb niggas. We wound up learning how to, you know, we learned how to, man, walk past a bunch of people, man. Cause we always, man, self-preservation is a motherfucker. So we ain't, man, I never felt like I had the mentality. I never wanted to be no worker for nobody. So even though I was working for somebody else, we was always, man, when I hustled to open a studio. I hustled to start a record label. I hustled, man, I always tried to set a foundation where, man, this is gonna be our shit. That's why I still get royalty checks to this day. You know what I'm saying? Since 92, I've been getting royalty checks. Even if it's $20, that's my fucking $20. You know what I'm saying? For real. And it's like, man, my story is different, man. And it's like, man, why did just, she broke me down this morning and she just was coming, man. I'm gonna do this book. Cause man, my walk is way different than a lot of these dudes that's on here on YouTube. They be barking and talking shit when I done rub bows. Now mind you, I'm a kid that came from Chicago with nothing. By the time I left California, man, I'd have been laid up in a hotel with Snoop, Scarface, Eazy-E. I've been in Nate Dogg's crib. You know what I mean? White plush carpet. Man, playing NBA motherfucking 2K, NBA Live, matter of fact, excuse me. Man, and then it turned around. This is a crazy story. I'm in Nate Dogg's house from Death Row Records. One of his security guards said, man, I got a sister in Chicago that, man, I never met. My dad had her, but I talked to her now. He called on the phone. Turns out to be Kimia Briggs, somebody I went to Rosedale Parks Elementary School with. So by this time, I'm in Nick Dog's house. Now they trying to get a nigga on death row. So it's like, man, God always, man, put me in. He always put, man, he put me in places, man, where I could succeed on my own, because I've always been respectable. I hate bullies. I always hated bullies, because niggas used to tease me about my shoes and shit in school. So I always hated bullies. If you was a bully, I was gonna rock your shit. Probably give you some raccoon eyes around this motherfucker, for real. Because, man, I hate motherfuckers that try to, that's why I don't do all that trolling on here. I can't stand motherfuckers that try to, if you see somebody less than, you try to make them feel like they less than. That shit don't do nothing for me. That shit irritate the fuck out of me. That shit make me want to gun your ass down, for real. That's why I don't do that type shit on here. It's the reason I'm the way I am on here. I walk a straight line because I had to, you know what I mean? I ain't had no trial and error. I just want to tell everybody, motherfuckers get on here talking crazy. Everybody demand where they sandbox is at. You born and raised, your family dynamics been here all them years. Yeah, you can act crazy on that block as long as you want to. Take your monkey ass across the fucking country in somebody else's neighborhood and still stand firm and stand on what you motherfucker represent. And, man, you can go back today, saluted, red carpeted. That's when you can, man, stand firm and call yourself a G. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these niggas don't even understand shit like that. And they try to paint narratives on Jack on here, and I be like, man, these dudes don't even know. From where I came from to where the fuck I done been, man, God is good. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't had nothing to do with me. I just had a lot of praying ass women, man, in my life forever. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was the main factor that kept me and my boy, you know what I mean, out on the prize. You know what I'm saying? We strayed off a little bit because, man, once we got to Cali, man, and we started making a little money, man, we started trying to chase Wilt Chamberlain numbers, man. Shit, I'm a project baby, man. And now I'm out here, I'm nailing dimes, man. So you know what I'm saying? We lost ourselves on some nasty nigga shit for a minute. We was trying to hit everything nail everything to the cross. So we got off track a little bit, but that's, man, you expect shit like that from motherfuckers that come from when you was less than, and now you're in a position where you done developed into one of them motherfuckers people gravitate to, man, you probably take advantage of some shit that you really wouldn't normally have taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, everything about me, man, is man, my walk brought me to where I'm at today, mentally and everything. That's why I was like, man, I don't waver. I don't ride the fence. I say what I mean what I say. I ain't embarrassed about shit I've done, about nothing I've been through. Because, man, that's part of what made me the nigga I am today. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm a former gangster. Man, I'm a great husband, great granddad, great ass father. And it's like, man, this is a nigga that came in, man. I ain't even finished 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get my GED and shit later because I was never no dumb dude. It was just my family dynamics was so fucked up and off track. It didn't line up for me to succeed in the way motherfucker, man. Everybody, man, I push education on all the kids. Man, make sure you get as high as you can on education, but make sure you educate yourself to know, man, don't ever be no fucktard. Don't ever be no nigga that just go with, cause anybody say something to you, you just going, okay, fuck that. I always challenge some shit. Just cause you say the sky is blue, what will it make us know that's the color that motherfucker really is? So I'm a nigga that get in the encyclopedias and shit, and I read and try to find that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's always been me. You know what I mean? I was a blind kid. I couldn't see shit, but I saw everything. You heard? I couldn't see nothing, but I saw everything. Like real nigga shit, man. It's like, I tell my wife now, she say, cause I don't do bullshit cause I think too much. Certain shit'll drive me crazy if I partake in it. Cause, man, I analyze everything, man. When I was in the streets, always, whatever I did, I knew how much time that shit held. I knew the repercussions of what I was doing. So I always maneuvered different. That's why I ain't got no penitentiary bids on me. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. But niggas on here be like, Jack couldn't have been no real, but that nigga ain't never been in jail. Nah, Jack one of them niggas that sit back and think about the pros, the cons. I'd never react. I've never been a reactor. I ain't gonna never say nothing out of my mouth that I ain't ready to say out of my mouth. You understand what I'm saying? And that, man, that shit survived, man. I made it around the fucking world, man. I made it, man, from But man, I got my shit like gumbo. Born and raised in Chicago. I got 10 years in California under my belt. I got 3 years in New Orleans under my belt. I got 4 to 5 with Texas under my belt. I got a few in and outs in Atlanta. In Baltimore, I've been here, 20 piece. So my shit like gumbo. You know what I mean? I've been around the region. You know what I'm saying? And man, I can go back to every one of them motherfuckers because I ain't never been. I've always been the same dude. I respect everybody, but I demand your ass to respect us back because we ain't had no choice. It was me and this nigga against the world. So as soon as somebody act like they was trying to handle some shit unaccordingly, wasn't nothing else to talk about. Finish him. And that, man, that's what it was. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, that's how we survived. And we ain't never started no shit, but we done finished a whole bunch of parties. You know what I'm saying? And man, when you stay firm and you stay, the majority of real men and women gonna respect it. It's always gonna be some sucker duck ass niggas just like on here. That's gonna, you know, that's what they do. They unconfident with their motherfucking self, so they gonna always try to throw a shot to knock you off a notch that you ain't even put yourself up on. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I learned about life through trial and error, man. And it's like, man, I made it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, for real, I made it, man. I'm still in my right frame of mind. I'm a business owner. I'm a great husband, great dad, great grandfather, great stepdad, and I'm a hell of a friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga that if I rock with you, man, we go up in here, we leaving this bitch, so ain't none of us leaving. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that shit. To the degree of that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't get close to everybody, because most people don't even deserve that type of loyalty, yo. You know what I'm saying? My nigga could be dead ass wrong. I'm gonna get him about that shit, then chastise his ass, but I ain't gonna never leave him. And I stand on that. That's why I can go back everywhere the fuck I've been, because I've been the same dude my entire life. My entire life. I've never, man, I ain't had no time to be afraid. I couldn't be scared. You know what I'm saying? I've been in positions where, man, my heart beating out my fucking chest. But man, I always had this raspy voice, which intimidated a lot of these sucker duck ass niggas. So I learned how to use what you got to get what the fuck you want. You know what I'm saying? So I would stand firm, look a nigga straight in his eye. They ain't even understanding. I can't see shit. But I got, man, you gotta have changing faces to survive in this world, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, I thank the Lord, man. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It's just it was just on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real. It's the truth. It's my truth. It's no lies. And man, I get motherfuckers on the phone right now and verify everything I just said. It's like, man, my walk is different. That's why dudes, like, man, my content is always gonna be a certain criteria to it. Because it's like, man, I should do way more videos than what I do. But I ain't gonna never get on here and talk no shit just to say something out my mouth. If I ain't got something to say that's getting you some brain food or something, I ain't gonna say shit. You know what I'm saying? Unlike a lot of motherfuckers that just get on here and just jabberjaw, saying it, tender testicle beta males. That's what I call them, you know what I'm saying? But it's like me, I'm cutting a little different, man. I'm really cutting a little different. It's just, man, that's just part of the story, man. And I appreciate that, man. Everybody that's up in here, man. It's no lies, no lies, no lies, man. It's all facts. Man, I got next Wednesday on iTalk, the interview with Demo over there. I got real in depth in that interview. I actually did. So they're gonna do that one, man. And I got a couple people talking about like a biopic on my shit, man. Because my shit is worthy of a book/series, man. Because I've really done some shit that most niggas lie about doing. I've been in places, man, that most people can only dream about doing. And it's like, man, my brother always said, he said, man, because I still say my brother, he one of the coldest writers ever. He said, man, you know, God had a different walk for us, bro. He said, because if we'd have made it at the time where we really was ready to be in the industry, he said, nigga, you know, we'd have went out probably like Rick James around this bitch. We'd have probably been, man, cocaine, Molly's, E-pills, a bunch of fat ass bunnies and shit with baby oil in a hotel room, and they find our motherfucking ass around there. We lost ourselves for a minute. I almost did porn when I was in California, man. Like dead ass serious. I'm taking some real nigga shit. I ain't gotta lie about nothing. Cause it was like, man, but that's the journey, man. I ain't ashamed of none of the shit I've done. You know what I'm saying? But that's what made me the man that I am today. You know what I'm saying? Cause it was like, man, life lessons. You know what I mean? As long as your hiccups become a lesson, and you can, man, transfer that shit down to somebody so they don't do that same walk you did and get them same doohickeys that I got, man. That's my motto, man. You know what I'm saying? I try to make sure everybody get a smooth landing and, man, make it through unscathed, man. Because it was, man, it was set up for me to be scabbed up like a motherfucker. And, man, I ain't get violated not once. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get violated not once. And it's like, man, it's a bunch of people that say that got a bunch of W's and very limited L's. Because, man, I never started no shit. I don't never fuck with nobody. I don't never disrespect nobody. But as soon as somebody cross a line, I ain't wait to go get no gun. I put their ass on their pockets immediately, expeditiously. As soon as you say we got smoke, ain't nothing else to talk about. And that's how I survived. I ain't never had to go bust them guns like that every day. Nah, I threw them bows. Because niggas do this. Same like YouTube. They run their mouth too much. While that nigga talking, I'm trying to send that nigga to the dentist. That's how I survived across the fucking country. You know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of niggas that they got put on their pockets, but they still respect the shit out of Yak today. Because after I did it, I explained to them why it happened, and I ain't gonna brag about that shit, man. I'll never try to make nobody feel bad, bro. Like real nigga shit, man. But I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is just, man, real tales, man. No lies, no lies, no lies. For real. Let me see you up in here, man. Let's see you up in here. Man, I appreciate y'all giving me your ear, man. And this is like factual, man. It's no bullshit. Man, April, you was first up in there. I appreciate you, man. Artist, thank you, broski. Thank you, broski. Big Cat, you already know what it is, my guy. For real, for real. It's real nigga shit, man. Chopper, man, appreciate you. Chase. Thank you, my brother, man. Real shit, man. This is, man, these all facts, no lies, man. I got a story, man, that's worthy of being told in the proper fashion, man, because I came in. I came out on top, man, and I'm blessed, man. You know what I mean? I don't take none of it for granted. You know what I mean? It's a blessing that I'm still here in my right frame of mind. My scruples still sharp. I got a bad knee because, man, this old bitch ass nigga, I tried to dunk on him and the nigga pushed me in the back and cracked my shit. Other than that, I'm healthy as a motherfucking horse around this boy. You know what I'm saying? For real. But I appreciate y'all, man. Chase, Big Cat, everybody, Chopper, the whole team, man, all the mob, Uncle Rap, everybody, man. I respect everybody that's, man, standing on what they stand on, man. Say what you mean what you say. And if nobody else like it, as long as you're willing to motherfucking take that blow, man, you gotta respect it, man. And that's all it is. For real, man. Truth Lady, thank you, babe. You already know, man, I appreciate you all the time. Like for real. It's like, man, this is my life, man. It's a lot of different variables, a lot of different everything that went with it. But it's really, man, this is who I am. This is who I became, and this is who I had to be. And that's why I stand firm on certain shit. Some people think, man, Yak being phony. Man, ain't nothing phony about me at all, ever. This is who I really am in real life, real time, every day, every second of the day, because I don't know no other way. You know what I mean? I had no room for error. When you out there with the wolves, and you really not a wolf, but you learn how to. Illusions is a motherfucker. Because a lot of people always say, man, Yak one of them black stomp down nigga. Man, Yak got a heart of gold, bro. But you know what I mean? My walk, I done made a bunch of so-called tough niggas feel like feather ass niggas because I had to. But in all reality, man, I ain't never liked confrontation. But I ain't never finna be fucking touched. You understand what I'm saying? I never liked confrontation, but I refuse for anybody to ever touch or violate and handle anything that belonged to me or mine. I'm willing to kill, die, and go to the penitentiary behind that shit because I don't fuck with nobody, bro. And that's how I made it this far. You know what I'm saying? And I really mean that shit. And it's like, man, that's really who I am. And it's like, man, my family's still adjusting to, man, the dude that came back. Because the kid that left, man, that kid been gone a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But I remember all of those days. I remember everything so specific and clear. But I also know, man, I had to let him go real early in the game to make it. Because, man, it's a doggy dog world, man. And there's some savages and there's some crooked ass niggas and there's some snake niggas and bitches that are smiling in your face. And you got to know how to dissect and decipher through the ones to keep close and the ones that, man, get the fuck away from. You know what I'm saying? For real, while not losing yourself in the process. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, I try to get real spill on here, man. I don't be, man, when I say some shit, I really be meaning it, man. It's like, man, I hope who's supposed to get it, really get it. And the ones that don't, man, it'll come back around because, man, it's real truth. There's no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never I ain't gonna never send you on no dummy mission. I ain't gonna never have you crash out. And I ain't gonna never turn my back and backstab you to nobody that I salute. Now, if you turn around and do some snake shit, I'm gonna try to cut your fucking head off because you earned that. Because I never gave you a reason to do that shit to me. You know what I'm saying? And I stand on that. And man, I'm a man. I ain't ashamed of being a man. I'm a solid stand up dude, man. That man, I'll give everybody a chance, man. And some people be like, man, you crazy for that. No, I'm not. Show loss if you fuck that up. Because I'm a real friend. Even from down to the women that I've dealt with, that I'm still friends with exes. I'm still I don't lose people that, man, get attached to me and I get attached to, man. We might, even if we're a distance, a far phone call away, man, ain't no bad blood, man. Cause I ain't never been no snake type dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm honest, man. You ask me a question, you better don't ask me a question if you don't want to know the fucking answer, because I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? And some people can't handle that, but that's the only way I know how to do it. You know what I mean? Because I ain't never want to have to remember what the fuck I said to anybody, because I made some shit up. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. So, man, Chrissy, realest one, everybody, man, I appreciate y'all, man, for giving me your ear. Man, this is my life, man. It really is. And I got to start telling it a little more on here. Because, man, I got some tales, man, that's honest, with some big wigs, with some big willies, with some motherfuckers that everybody see, man, that they salute and idolize. Man, I'd have been in some of the rooms with these niggas watching their ass high as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Perception is not always reality, man. For real, for real. And people need to understand that, man. Just because a motherfucker say something that sound good, that don't mean that shit good. You know? So, man, just a little spirit from your big bro around here, man. I appreciate everybody, man. I really do, man. I'll never take it for granted. Anybody give me their ear, man. I love you for it. I, man, respect you for it. And thank you. And thank you, Lord. You heard? Because I made it, man. A little nigga that came from nothing. I'm sitting back now, I don't miss a fucking meal, even though all these niggas be trying to make narratives like I'm in the bandominium and shit. No, sir. But it's all gravy, man. You know, walk the walk, talk the talk. And I stand on, man, you ain't got to respect me, but you will not disrespect me. And I'm willing to kill, die, and go to prison behind that shit, because I'd never do it to you first. So, man, I appreciate everybody, man. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Jack, Chicago's finest, baby. We out of here, man. Thank y'all, man. Real life, real life. Let's go. Walk on up out of here. Thank you, people. Let's get it. Let's go. All facts, all facts. Real life. Gangsta shit. Take out on the tail, man. Listen to the lyrics. 90s crack boy, I did that thing. Caddy truck, big bucks, man, we broke that train. Rico, conspiracy, Jack lived that vein. 8 years in the joint, my brother carried them chains. Tommy gun, much love from your brothers in arm. I take 80 to the head, boy, let you get home. Original gangsta in the city of charm. Born and bred, I'm 30, 50, stay back, bring me your alarm, tie down, stay way guard. That's where I'm from. They tore the building down, but we still not done. Coming back home like the prodigal son. APY, number one. If they wanna run, no need to run for a gun. Got this left where you turn the right to put you on your bum. Load up them dum-dums if they want some. Watch them shatter like roaches with bazookas on. Crack boy, you living the dream. Everything in the dream ain't always what it seems. You might make some dough if you know your way around. You might get your brain buried in shallow ground. Crack boy, trap boy, you live in the dream. Everything in the dream ain't always what it seems. You might make some dough if you come from out of town. You might get your brain buried in shallow ground. Jack leg, rip a track to shreds. I pledge the walk head is. Never talk to no feds, never know not about that powder. As we talking about it, you do this sick. You best get back on your meds. I play the win, not the bread. You get it where you fit in. Make money, take money, how you living? But if Jordan still get rocked like Pippin, cause I got 33 ways to catch you slipping, verbal weapon. Lyrical blunt in the clip and slip the clip and the dip it. Leave you dripping, leave your house reach out on mission list. Complete my mission, manifesting my vision. Young and listen, you ain't gotta go to prison, flip money for bitch. Any college tuition, open a business, be a rich man. Easy decision, maybe not, but on the block, man, you easy picking. Them jump out boys loving y'all, easy living. Trap boys, you live in the free man. Everything in the free thing, always what I got, people. You might bring it up if you know you play your plan. You might. I tell everybody, man, the streets is a myth, man. The streets is a myth, and that's coming from a first generation gangster disciple by way of growth and development. Free the chief, you heard? No lies, no lies, no lies, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Jack, Chicago's finest. Holla at your boy, all right? One. Thank y'all, man. Everybody keep your head on the swivel, man. Stay prayed up, man, and let's make 2024, man. All that bullshit on YouTube, man. Hold their feet to the fire, man. Real, it's time for the real to come back. Let's get it. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Nothing but love and respect. I'll let your boy. Yeah, Chicago's finest. One.